Good evening, Leroy. Whoa, what a great way to start. How you doing? Yeah, right?
Good, man. I'm good.
Tired.
I'm good.
It's let's say these are the days where this has been earned, Like, I think that it's kind of one of those things, like, sometimes, like, there are days where it just tastes a little bit better after a busy day. Today is definitely one of those days. How's it going in good old TVL? Not what do they call it that?
Oh goodness, I better shut off all my internet connection stuff already. I'm gonna need somebody in the comments when we start getting going to tell me how things go, because clearly I'm just not allowed to have anything fun around here ever. So things are going all right for me. It's been busy, and clearly I haven't been nearly as busy as you, but we've been winding down, getting ready for the summer and getting things all ready for that. But no, it hasn't been horrible. It hasn't been horrible, but we've been having a weird thing where it's just stuff has been breaking. We've been having every day in a different studio, something's been breaking.
We've had that too. Mm-hmm.
And it's not, it could be, it's just a matter of, let's see, like I walked into our rock station and it was in the middle of a 10-minute commercial break. And I called my boss, who is remote right now in Chicago and has been for the last couple of months. And I was like, hey, so we've been playing commercials for 7 minutes straight and there's still 3 minutes to go. And it's 5:20, like it's in the middle of, well, we don't really have a rush hour, but if there was a rush hour, like this would be the time. Like if there was a rush hour, this is like, maybe we don't play. And I said, oh, by the way, it's been doing this since 3:00 and it'll do it for another till 6:00. So we may want to do it. Well, then traffic blamed our traffic blamed Smarts, which is the company that runs our everyone was blaming each other. And we were like, look, guys, we don't care who does it. Somebody fix it. Like, we don't care who.
I always like it. Like with our K105 crew, they'll always be like, hey, no, he did it. He did it. I was like, at this point, I don't really care who did it. Let's just fix it. Like
somebody
just fix it. It's like the Parks and Rec thing where Ron Swanson's the one that breaks the coffee maker, but he's trying to get them to turn on one another and blame each. Yeah, kind of.
That is so My Office. It's not even funny.
Yes. Yeah, really, really funny. You see, Mark at the station here, he has a really good line to describe a radio station. He says, we're like a Waffle House. We're always open, something's always broken, and somebody's always mad. And I think it's one of the more accurate things that he actually goes through and say. Yeah, Steven never does touch anything. He knows just to stay away but the crew, yeah, they might do some things that make me see. I got a little gray popping up.
Yeah. You're getting old, really, man. You're getting old.
Are you how gray are you getting? Are you?
Yeah. So the sides are getting pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to just ferment it, or are you going to own it?
No, I'm going to own it.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like you'd be one that would own it.
I just don't care. So
you can't stop it. I mean, you can hide it, but at some point, it's not like you're going to be 85.
Who am I trying to impress?
Nobody.
Right?
Nobody. You've got like 85 kids with your wife, so it's not like she can.
I've got like 15 years left anyway. So I mean, like,
oh, is that being generous? Aren't you?
Of course.
So
of course.
You'd be almost 60 then, right? In 15 years.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
And even then, I'm going to get to heaven, and the Lord's going to be like, listen, man, I am impressed you even made it this far, dude.
I put the under at 37 and a half.
But, I got to say, though, every week I try to be the center of attention in this podcast. I really do. But every week something happens down in Grayson County that Sam just needs to be the center of attention. He just needs to have all of the attention focused on him. And so this week he decided to go cancel the Grayson Edmondson matchup. He was just like, you know what? I have to have something to talk about on this podcast. And so once again, Sam's just got to be the center of attention. So Sam, let's go. What'd you do that got this heated rivalry canceled? Because I know this was your fault.
Yeah, it's actually Steven's fault.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, if you watch us weekly, you know a lot about Grayson County versus Edmonson County. So obviously Grayson County, the school that I broadcast for, and Edmonson County, big rivals. I mean, it is Red Sox, Yankees, Ohio State, Michigan in this area. Steven is in Edmonson County. Look at Paul here saying, wow. Man, I appreciate that, Paul. I don't know how Leroy's going to react to that, but maybe we leave that comment up on the screen for a little bit extra. But huge rivalry. And what happened was,
encourage him.
Yeah, Steven's going to be quiet for several reasons. I wonder why. Edmonson County's 2 returning leading scorers from next year transferred to Grayson County in the last couple of weeks. And this has been something that has been in the works for a while. Both of their families, at least one of them has for sure moved to Grayson County, and the other one, I believe, is moving to Grayson County. So it is, legit or whatever it is. But this is a big rivalry, and the superintendent ends up deciding for Edmonson County to say, hey, we're just going to take a forfeit, and we're going to refuse to play Grayson County next year. Which... It's one of the more wild things. I mean, it would be as if the Chicago Bears said, hey, Green Bay, we're forfeiting against you this year. We're going to take 2 losses.
I'm just not a big fan of it.
It's, I mean, recruiting, I don't know that I would use that word, Paul. But I mean, in a lot of this, it's been tough because for Grayson, they're in a situation where if a kid moves to Grayson County, it's not like you can stop him, right? I don't know. But it is a major controversy here in this area. And I got tipped off on this about like a week and a half ago. And I've been, as you know, Lee, in this industry, you got to work on things. And it's funny, I've been working on it. And Steven sends me a text message. I don't know, Steve, was it Monday or Tuesday? And said, hey, heard from a person who heard from a person who heard from a person who heard from a person. Yeah. And that this is happening. And I was like, well, you're not wrong. We've been actually working on this. And so I'd been going through all of this, and finally another outlet reported it. So I immediately had to throw out what we already had instead of, I was hoping to wait another day to get kind of my my stuff together. But just, it's been a wild last couple of days. The amount of emails, the amount of stuff that's going through. It's been a mess. It's been a mess. Oh, look at that. Doug's going to give you the legendary status in Taylorville, Leroy. Looks like you owe Doug $5.
I do. I got you, Doug. Popcorn's not the next basketball game.
It's wow. Giving him the
Dude,
expensive
that's like $5 here.
$5 for popcorn. $5 for popcorn. What are they selling there? But yeah, it's fascinating that, the biggest rival decides, hey, we're going to take a forfeit rather than play you. And they say that it's because they think that the transfers are going to spark the rivalry up to another level.
Yeah.
But here's what worries me about it, is that these two teams can play in the playoffs. If they play in the playoffs, I think it's going to make it even worse.
You thought that fight a couple of years ago was bad.
Yeah. It's, the little kerfuffle that happened, it's just, for us, though, as broadcasters, it's $1. I was going to say, Doug. I was gonna...
What are you doing?
It's just, I don't know. It's a mess, but I one of the basketball coaches, he texted me, an assistant coach, he texted me this afternoon, and he goes, Paul, I think 50's being generous. Or rather, to Edmonds. I think Grayson might win by 80 if they get the chance. But he texted me and said, we're already the most hated people in this area. You ready to become the most hated broadcaster? And I was like, buddy, bring it on. Let's do it. Said, we'll just have our full heel turn and we'll go all the way in and just become.
You gotta get like one of those pimp coats when you walk in. You just walk in with a cane and just walk in, arms up. Hey, you gotta go full wrestler heel. Let's go.
Does it too. If Steven does it too, when we go down there to Brownsville for the girls' game, I'll do it. We'll go full on, dress up like a pimp. I've got a crutch back in this closet. Will that work? No, I think it's got to be a cane, but it has to have like a snake on the top of it, doesn't it? Or like a skull on the top of the cane.
Yes, absolutely.
Or if I can, maybe you think I could get one with a cougar head on the top of it?
Well, there you go. You could do that. You could do that.
Or just put like a Jaguar car emblem on the top of it. That would at least work, right?
That'd be perfect. That's what you need.
I like the idea.
I told you. Because you got it. If you're going to embrace it, you got to embrace it. And you got to go full
heel.
Bring in all of the...
See, what's funny is...
Vince McMahon's school of hate.
I was on a radio interview. It's been a couple of years ago for another school's radio station in the area. And they had a kid who was really good. But he would take a lot of shots and so on. And... they told me, they said, hey, can you call in at 6:30? So I'm like, yeah, I'll call in at 6:30 to preview the Grayson game. And I called in, I was like, and they immediately put me on the air and they're like, hey, who's this? Like, well, it's the guy you were told to call at 6:30. And he's like, oh, well, hey, you're on right now with this player. What do you think about his game? And in the back of my mind, I was like, what if I just cut a heel promo right now? Just be like, I think he's trash.
Well, see, that's the stuff that always got me, right? Is my previous ownership would always send me out to these remotes, like out in the middle of nowhere. But there would never be anybody there to like meet me, right? He'd always be like, oh, just schedule interviews with people that you see. And I'd always go up to people and be like, hey, you want to talk about what's going on out here? They'd be like, oh, radio. I don't want to talk. And it would always be that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And so it was one of those things where I just wanted to be like, so, hey, we're out here in such and such a town, and man, I'm telling you, don't come out here. This place sucks, man. There ain't nothing to do out here. This is absolute trash, man. This is pointless. You're not going to want to come out here because you have no way of knowing that I'm actually out here promoting what you've got going on. And I never understood the whole sending somebody out to do this thing when I'm literally out here to promote what you've got going on. Like, why wouldn't you want to come out here and talk about what you've got, what event you have going on? See,
today I had a remote, and it's one of my favorite and least favorite remotes of the year because we do it so they have an aquatic center, like a water park here in town that the city sponsors. And actually, for a small town, it's a pretty decent little facility. But there's nothing worse than just standing there watching everybody else play in the pool.
Yeah.
And you can't. Because I was like sitting there, I'm like, how much mic cable would I need to go? Because they had a lazy river. Like, how much mic cable would I need to just float around the lazy river and do my broadcast from there? Yeah, he did. And the Reds lost, too. It's great.
Also, I feel like Michael Lorenzen has been pitching for like 20 years. I know that's not the case, but I really feel like Lorenzen has been pitching forever.
Probably a decade. Probably 16 or 17
It's got to be, it's definitely been a minute, but it just feels like Lorenzen's been pitching forever, man.
Always liked Michael Lorenzen. All righty. Our other big topic of the week is what everybody has been waiting for, Leroy. It's for us to make our World Cup picks. Are you ready?
Oh my God, this is going to be so awful. Yes, I am ready.
Okay. I purposefully have not done. I've watched like a couple of like preview stuff, but nothing that would help me in the least about this.
Okay.
Have you done it? And I hope you're the same way, right? That you have not done any prep or anything, right?
I need you to understand. I have one friend. So I work with a guy
who one friend. That's it.
Yes, I work with a guy who loves soccer. Okay. And the guy that I stay with when I go to the Indy 500 is a die-hard soccer fan. Okay. And he talked my ear off about the World Cup. Okay. But I was running on like 3 hours of sleep. So I remember about this much of what he told me. That is my knowledge of of World Cup.
That's why people tune in. That's why people tune into this podcast then, to get our take on the World Cup then, right? Okay. Here's what I want to see if you know right now. The USA plays their first game on Friday. Do you know who they play?
No.
Do you know any of the teams that are in their group?
Nope.
Good job. Great American right there.
And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, I don't think the average American cares.
No, they probably don't.
Okay, because I bet the rest of the world absolutely cares. The rest of the world is going to be tuned in every single day to watch what's going on.
We had a stat on our morning show that I think said like 44% of Americans care. There you go. Forrest got it.
That's why, and I wouldn't have even said it was that high. That's wild to me.
Here's what I would say is and this is not me but probably more people care about that than the Stanley Cup.
That's believable. Mm-hmm. That's believable.
NBA Finals are probably more.
But I would venture to say that number's probably higher than the NBA too.
I don't know. That would be interesting. An interesting stat to see. Okay, let's go through it. Group A. Leroy, are you picking to win group at number A? Are you picking Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, or Czechia, which is the Czech Republic? Who are you picking? And why? We need your breakdown here. No, Don't you go Googling.
No. Okay. Say it again.
Here, if anything else, I'll put this link in the private chat that you can pull up that shows just the group standings. Oh boy, that is a long link that I'm looking at for the standings. It doesn't have anything for it.
That's what I need.
Paul says, I'd rather drive back to Indianapolis and back again before I watch that, and that about killed me.
Okay.
See, Forrest is our soccer expert. Steven's picking Mexico. Forrest is picking the Czech Republic. I'm also going to pick Mexico too.
Mexico.
But here's my surprise. I have to because I have South African connections. South Africa somehow sneaks out second. Not going to happen, but I'm going to do it.
Mexico is who I'm going with.
Next up, Group B, Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, or Qatar, I think as some people say, or Switzerland.
Okay.
Who you got?
All right. I will go with... I'm
going to take Switzerland.
I'll go with Canada.
Why?
Because they're butthurt that they lost in hockey and want to do better. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Bosnia is going to be decent, but Qatar is missing a few pieces because of injuries. And
is that true?
Out of my butt right now.
Is that true?
Why I picked Canada. Are you kidding me?
Qatar has injuries. Really? What kind of injuries are they dealing with?
Well, that's the
How many positions on the soccer field can you name?
I can't even BS this good, man. I can't even BS this.
How many positions on the soccer field can you name?
Like all of them. Like I'm not that dumb.
Okay, I didn't know what level of broadcasting. Have you broadcasted? Yes, you have done soccer before, right?
D2.
Not a lot though, right?
I broadcast 15 D2 games.
Okay. Next up, Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, or Scotland.
Brazil.
From what? Oh, Bosnia is dealing with turf toe, Steven says. Steven, I don't know if that's a shot for dropping in some turf toe, but I will do it. Striker and goalie, Paul says. From what the one thing that I did apparently read, and Forrest, tell me if I'm completely making this up. Apparently, Brazil is down right now. So I'm going to take Morocco.
Morocco.
I'm going to take Morocco. Oh, see, Forrest agrees with me there. Morocco, they got a guy, Leroy. He's really good. Just wait till you see him. He's really good. He kicks it really hard, and he puts it right in the spot every single time.
My goodness.
Every single time. Okay. Every single time. Yeah, I appreciate that, Steven. How about the bird?
Okay.
Or pick the bird to win. Group D. US of A, Paraguay, Australia, or Turkey? Which, for one, when did Turkey change the spelling of their name?
It's always been that way. We're just recognizing that it's spelled that way now.
Okay. Because I saw Forrest is got it spelled here. Who are you picking?
Paraguay.
Listen, I'm going to be Homer. I'm picking US of A. Christian Pulisic is going to finally have his coming out party. I'm interested to see how many more Team USA players I can name. Can you name any others?
No, and my friend Josh told me a few of their players, and I can't remember their names off the top of my head.
There's Tim Weah. I think that's a guy.
Yeah.
Miles Robinson. I think he's the guy that's on FC Cincinnati. Pulisic. That's about all I got. Balogun. Oh, yeah, Forrest. Balogun. Yeah, you're a big Balogun guy, right? Probably butchering his name. Forrest, we know as you know, we know nothing. We know nothing. Group E. Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, or Ecuador?
Germany.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome if Curacao did it?
That'd be wonderful.
Germany, though, I'm going to take that.
Paul, I need you to understand that I am literally pulling every single thing that I am saying. I will watch as much soccer as you will over the next however long this thing is. Like,
you won't watch any?
If I do, it's because they'll show highlights on YouTube or whatever other program I'm watching.
See, Forrest, apparently the Ecuador defense is great. You do that, though, right?
True.
Group F. The Netherlands.
How many groups are there? Holy crap.
They've expanded this year. So this is the largest World Cup they've ever had.
Good grief.
So you've got Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, or Tunisia.
I will go with Sweden.
Oh, any reason?
One of my race car drivers is from Sweden, so I'm going to pick them.
Isn't that the guy that won the 500?
No, he's from. He is from Sweden. Yeah.
Look at me go there.
I'm proud of you. Look at you.
I agree with what Steven and Forrest say. Japan. Why? I don't know. No reasoning? Yeah, I mean, like they always play well, like Forrest says. Next up, Belgium, Egypt, New Zealand, and Iran. You know what? Here's my hot take. Iran does it. And it's
out of pure spite.
Yes, and it's going to be fantastic. Fantastic.
I'll go to New Zealand.
Ooh, okay. I feel like Belgium is a heavy favorite in this.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
But,
I would imagine so.
I just hope Iran, I just want it for the bit. You know, just let's go all the way in. Let's just see what happens. And because I think there's a path where, Forrest, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, because again, I very possibly could be just making this up, that if Iran and U.S. both finish at certain places, that they could play in the first round of the knockout round.
Yeah.
And that would be interesting. You're a little early on France, Doug.
Getting ahead of us, man.
Draw. Okay, next up. Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. I'm going to be honest with you. Cape Verde, I don't know a lot about them. Don't know a lot about them at all, but I think this is Spain's to win. Paul, you'll appreciate Paul.
See, Sam's juggling really hard here because there's like a no politics rule, but this is really hard for Sam right now.
Spain wins this group. Who you got?
Spain.
Oh, no one's coming close to Spain? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, interesting. I like your hot take there.
At all.
Oh, I thought that's what you did say.
No.
Okay. Oh, so if U.S. finishes second and Iran finishes third, they would play on July the 3rd. Wow. Can you imagine? Gosh.
President 11 front row seat.
Oh, boy. Group I. France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
Norway.
Oh, you're all about the Scandinavian countries, aren't you?
I'm going all in.
France. France is really good. See, look, I'm going to drop a name for you here. Forrest, you're going to be proud of me. Mbappe.
Ooh.
Mbappe. Iran versus Paul.
I love it.
But I think from what I understand, Forrest, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that Mbappe is good, but they got another young guy, apparently, that's like the next star. Does France. Again, I could completely be making that up. Wouldn't be the first time on this podcast. Yep, see? Mbappe. No, I don't think Tyrion Henry? What was his name? Tyrion? Paul's about to get canceled. Group J. Group J. Douay. Yep, see? Douay. But see, the best part about that, Leroy, is that Forrest could have completely made that name up and we'd have just bought it. Because it's not like we'd have any idea. Yeah, he plays for PSG.
All the A teams, and Jordan.
Yes, it is. Argentina, Algeria, Austria, or Jordan.
Argentina.
Yeah, he's been retired for 15 years. Henry has.
It's funny that seeing Forrest, I have to laugh because I went to the IndyCar race in St. Louis this week, and there was a guy that was sitting with these women, and you could tell he was trying to impress these women by talking about IndyCar, and everything that he was saying, I was just like, no, dude, that's not right. That's not right at all. Like, that hasn't, dude, like, he retired like 8 years ago, like, and everything he was saying like was like absolutely wrong. But the girls were just like eating it up. And I so feel like this is such a Forrest cover. Like everything that we're talking about is just like
David Beckham, right? I mean, David Beckham's gonna come out there. I do think you can at least do this. Can you name Argentina's most well-known player?
No.
Lionel. He's the most famous soccer player in the world.
Oh, Messi.
There you go. See, I knew you'd at least get that. All he needed to say is it's Alex Palou's world and everybody else is just living it.
Right. That's all he needed to say. But instead, yes. See, that's all you need to do is say Alex Palou and you're good to go. But no, dude wanted to sit there and get all detail oriented, and then he got all jacked up.
Steven, no, he's not. But I think Alex S. Gonzalez is still the shortstop for the Cubs. Go get Leroy triggered. Is he your least favorite Cub of all time?
No.
Who is the least favorite Cub of all time?
Milton Bradley.
There's a name I wasn't expecting to hear on the podcast today.
Milton Bradley is my least favorite Cub of all time.
Interesting. Paul, you're going to appreciate that name drop.
I hate that guy.
I hope he's watching right now. Just going to see a comment down there, Milton Bradley. I hate you too, Leroy. Group K. Portugal, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia.
Okay.
Portugal.
Colombia.
Portugal is the other probably most famous soccer player in the world. I feel like if I told you to name soccer players, he would probably be one of the ones that you would name.
Ronaldo.
There you go. Good job. See? Cristiano Ronaldo. There you go. Look at Leroy go.
Yes.
Look at that. That's probably the only two you got, though, right?
That's it.
Would you been able to name Pulisic?
Yeah.
Okay. From America?
He used to play for Chelsea. I like Chelsea.
Really? Okay. Didn't realize you were such a big Chelsea guy.
Yep.
And the last one. England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. I like that, Steven. I like that pick. Congo for Oscar. England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
Oh, I want to say England, but they don't look good this year.
Oh, do they not?
No.
Mm.
No.
Have you been watching film?
No, I just know from my English friends from when I lived there. My English friends have been saying how bad they look this year.
I'm taking England. I have to. I got my heritage there. Oh, apparently, Steven says Ghana has a ton of speed.
I'll take England. I'll take England, but I think they'll probably win their the bracket and then lose.
If we had more time in this, I found some online that we could have placed them all in order, and it would have like spit out the bracket, and we could have gone through there. But that would have taken too much time. So, Leroy, I just want you right now. Who wins the World Cup?
I will go with.
I'll say France.
Portugal.
There you go. I'm taking France to win the World Cup. And they're going to beat Cape Verde in the championship.
So, when Portugal and France get eliminated in the first round, you can come back to the show and blame Sam Gormley.
Nobody comes to this show expecting our soccer takes. Steven's picking Argentina, which would be back-to-back, I believe, because Argentina, I think, is the defending champs. Forrest is picking Portugal and Argentina. Okay.
Yes.
Makes you feel good. I'm taking France. Got no reason behind that, other than I know they got Mbappe and then that other guy that Forrest named. Where is he?
That one
Doué. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Got that. Ronaldo versus Messi one more time. That would be the end of it. How does the U.S. win a game in the knockout stage for only the second time ever?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say they do.
They need to get over their stigma. They have this mentality of
oh God, Paul taking the Grayson County girls soccer team to win it all.
They need to win some games to help soccer. They really do. If you want soccer to succeed in America, them winning some games will go a long way towards making that a reality.
I agree.
If they don't, I'm not saying it'll hurt because them losing right away will not hurt anything. Ouch. But them winning will definitely help quite a bit, especially if MLB does not play next year.
MLB is lucky that the World Cup
is not
this year.
Yeah.
Because I think if it was next year and the USA did some things, I think people would be all on board. And it could make for some fun for it. But yeah, there you go. There is our World Cup. Our World Cup preview. Yeah, it is a soccer match, technically, but I don't think anybody's going to be upset at you if you call it a game for the soccer. All righty, time for the Paul's stats/facts of the week. Shockingly, Leroy, they're not soccer themed. I know you would have thought Paul would have gone soccer themed.
What the hell?
Because Paul loves soccer so much. But I'm going to give you one guess on the sport that Paul picked. You'll never guess.
Baseball.
How did you guess that? How did you
Shocker.
guess that? Wow. Within the last 7 days, the Dodgers have gotten 5 1/3 shutout innings pitched from Yamamoto, 6 innings of shutout from Otani, 7 innings of shutout from Sasaki. No other team in MLB history has had 3 different Japanese-born pitchers deliver a scoreless start over an entire season, let alone in 1 week.
I laughed that they were all saying that the Dodgers sucked yesterday, and then the Dodgers dropped 10 runs. Like they were all chanting Dodgers suck.
Steven, I think you're going to have to send Paul $5 after that one. The Yankees scored all 13 runs of an entire 13-8 victory against the A's, strictly in the 3rd inning. This was back a week and a half ago. They achieved 0 hits in any other inning, resulting in a 43-minute scoring barrage, followed by absolutely nothing from the remainder of the game. And then Paul, for some reason, decided he wanted to do a Reds bullpen stat, which he didn't really need to do. Reds relievers collectively have a 14.1% walk rate this season, which would be the 2nd worst mark by a bullpen in the expansion era. Only the 2000 Pirates were worse. Yeah, it's not great right now. Not great. They're so beat up in that bullpen. So beat up. Like, their top 3 arms are all hurt. It's just, it's rough. It's rough. But yeah, alrighty, you got your player of the day?
I do.
See, I'm glad you're going to be lucky. Still bummed I didn't get to meet him, and I couldn't pick him out of a lineup of 2.
All right, guys, you know how this works. I'm going to show you a player. All you got to do is tell me who he is.
I wish. That would be great, Paul. I'd love to have the Cuban Missile back.
I just love how the Cubs keep rolling out injured players, and like the Cubs ownership is just like,
it's been a rough couple of weeks for the Cubs, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness, it's so bad, dude. It's so
council.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
It's all his fault.
2004 World Series winner, 2-time Gold Glove, or the number 3 throughout his whole time. Looks like he played for the Pirates for a while there, and possibly the Phillies, maybe?
Red Sox? Because 04 World Series is the Red Sox, right? Wasn't that the curse breaker?
I believe so, sir.
Number 3? No, it's not Pedroia. It's not Pedroia, is it?
It is not.
Okay, hit us the next one.
Second baseman, shortstop, third baseman, drafted by the Reds in the first round of the 1991 draft from Lower Richland High School in South Carolina.
So I thought that first one might have been the Reds. Second baseman, Pokey Reese.
Absolutely.
No, it's not actually Pokey Reese.
Absolutely.
Is it really Pokey Reese?
Absolutely Pokey Reese. Happy birthday, Pokey Reese. Celebrating his birthday today.
I didn't think you were actually going to have a Pokey Reese mention. Okay.
2001, played for the Pirates in 02 and 03, and then 04 for Boston. Won the World Series and said, I'm good. I'll see y'all later. No, he dealt with some injuries, and that's why he had to retire a little bit early. But yeah, Pokey Reese.
Wasn't expecting a Pokey Reese mention today on the pod.
Well, we've mentioned Milton Bradley. We might as well just go all out with weird, random players. So keeping the 90s theme going here, we'll head off to a 1995 World Series winner and a one-time All-Star, and another guy who I felt was way better than what his numbers showed. This was a guy who I felt was way better. Now that I look at his stats, he really wasn't that good. But my goodness, for about 2 or 3 years, this guy was really, really good. Wore the number 18, number 30, and the number 21.
He's a Brave.
He absolutely was a Brave, 100%.
Okay, next.
Left fielder and a first baseman, born June 12, 1971. He's going to turn 55 in a couple days, drafted by the Braves in the 5th round of the 89 draft from Westminster High School. He played high school there.
Is he known as a Brave?
Yes. Although he did play for several teams, I know him as a Brave.
He's not in the Hall of Fame, but if he was in the Hall of Fame, he would go in as a Brave. Is
correct.
What you're saying. Okay. Mid 90s Braves. Steven guesses Ryan Klesko.
And Steven is 100%. Correct.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Ryan
Look at you.
Klesko.
Good pull, Stephen.
Ryan
Good pull, Stephen.
My goodness.
I would have
Y'all are
never
on
gotten that.
today, man. That is fantastic. Yeah, Ryan Klesko played for the Braves and the Padres. And maybe San Diego Padre fans would argue and say that he was a Padre too. But listen, those Braves teams, he played. Look, all those Braves teams were teams that went to the World Series almost every year. And that's why I know him as a Brave. And Paul, you can maybe back me up a little bit. I know Ryan Klesko as a Brave. And when you look at his numbers, he was a Brave in my heart. So
Like Stephen and Paul say the same exact thing. First baseman is exactly what got him for the Braves.
Yep. So
see, since that's before my time, it was tough for me to I would have never gotten that. I don't know that I really know the name.
Oh, he was one of those guys, and again, Stephen and Paul can back me up a little bit. He was one of those guys that again, I felt, especially when the Cubs faced him and other teams faced, he was always a threat. He was always a threat to be really. When you look at his numbers now, he doesn't look as good as he was, but he was really, really good. His numbers aren't as good now looking back at them, but I was always scared of him as a hitter.
All righty, time now for I guess we'll do your tidbits and then we'll do our final four. How's that?
Okay. Not a whole lot of tidbits today. NBA finals are going on right now. The Spurs are absolutely crushing the Knicks, 87-70 right now as the Spurs try to tie that series up. Tons of people are at the Knicks games tonight, including Taylor Swift. I know you're really excited that Taylor Swift is at the game tonight. Speaking of Taylor Swift, she is most likely getting married at Madison Square Garden. I keep looking for my ticket in my mailbox. It hasn't shown up yet.
Christy wants to go, right?
Yeah. Oh well. Christy and Lexi both do. Speaking of that, the Chiefs are adding 2 years to Patrick Mahomes' contract in a reworked contract that ties into the Kansas City through 2033. A value of estimated to be about $504.75 million. Brendan Sorsby continues to be in the news. The Texas Tech football quarterback is scheduled to be in a Texas court on February 8th, 2027. That'll be 2 weeks after the college football's playoffs national championship is scheduled to be played. Nebraska has announced they will not be playing Texas Tech at all. The Big Ten has also followed suit to say they refuse to play Texas Tech in any football games while Sorsby is playing for Texas Tech. Rams left tackle Alaric Jackson was arrested on felony domestic violence charges on Monday night. And Paul has his stats of the day, but I will provide one myself. Jeremy Yeager, this is the 46th Stanley Cup final where there has been a teammate of his in the series. Rasmus Anderson and Mark Jankowski are playing in the Stanley Cup final this year. Both played with Jeremy Yeager. And in news that nobody cares about, but I'm still going to bring up, DC is taking on Louisville in the United Bowl, the UFL. It's Louisville's first season, and they went
Kings
undefeated.
Go King! No, they didn't. The Kings lost, yeah. Because I remember I got really mad because the first game I was really excited to watch, and they looked like a crap, and they lost. But they've won a bunch in a row. But I remember they lost the first game because I was very upset. Very upset. Where is the United Bowl?
I have no idea. Let me look. It is in Washington, D.C. at Audi Field on this Saturday.
Yeah. Paul, one of my favorite Paul Reeves story will always be how mad he got at poor hometown hangout here in Litchfield that they decided to turn off a random MLB baseball game to put on a random UFL game. I thought he was going to stand on the table and start protesting. It was funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know where that got. It says they started off 0-3 and then rebounded to secure a 6-4 record and upset the St. Louis Battlehawks in the playoffs. Semifinals, DC finished the season at 5-5. Boy, the NFL would lose their mind if the Super Bowl had a team that was like 9-8, taking on a team that was like 10-7. 10-7. Like the NFL would lose their mind if that was a Super Bowl. Holy cow!
Fantastic though. Is the cat attacking you?
Yes, that was it. That was my tidbits.
All right, now time for the final four of our bracket comment section. We are going to want you to vote. We are down to 4 of the best toy of all time. So again, you vote in the comment section. Leroy and I will vote as well, and next week will be the championship. Matchup number 1 of the semifinals, Leroy, is going to be Super Soaker versus Hot Wheels. The Super Soaker versus Hot Wheels. You know, Super Soaker has had a great run, Leroy. It's had a great run.
It has.
But Cinderella, the shoe does not fit anymore. I have to take Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah. I mean, Hot Wheels was the toy that I played with probably more than anything. And yeah, so and my assumption is that the comment section will be in agreement on this. So again, you vote as well in the comment section what is the more iconic toy, Hot Wheels or the Super Soaker. Steven is voting for Hot Wheels. Paul is voting for Hot Wheels. Doug is voting for Hot Wheels.
Mine from the 80s, like.
Oh, I do too. They're sitting in the other room over there. Not from the 80s. Well, I guess some of them might be because I think my dad gave me some of his. So those might be from the 70s, or the 60s. Hot Wheels advances and moves on to the next round and the championship. This is a tough one here. This is an actual Final Four matchup. The other one, Lego versus Barbie. Lego versus Barbie. I think it's got to be Barbie, right? Steven's voting for Lego. Paul's voting for Lego.
Lego.
Wow, really? Eliminating Barbie. I was never a big Lego kid, though.
No.
Not that I was a Barbie kid either, but love that cat can't make up its mind where the heck it wants to sit. Not going to get on your head, though?
Not yet.
Doug is also going to vote for Lego, so Lego blows out Barbie here. And that sets up our championship next week. Hot Wheels against Legos for the best toy of all time. That one's going to be a pretty easy vote for me, but you will get to think about that before we do it. This is a man's vote, Lego baby, Paul says. All righty, how about a little play clock?
Yay.
Get to ask or answer questions the other person doesn't know is happening. Would you like to ask or answer?
I will ask first.
Okay.
I saw this question a couple weeks ago. I'm going to ask you. This one kind of intrigues me, and I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to just ask it without any other part of this. Cut 1. Jackie, Babe, Barry Bonds, Ted Williams, or Tony Gwynn? Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth.
In what
that's all it
context?
Says. That's all it says. Cut 1. Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ted Williams, or Tony Gwynn. I would imagine hitting because that's what they were all really, really good at. I turned off the Cubs game, and I guarantee that's why my internet's working tonight. I'm so annoyed. Don't even start, Steven. So cut 1 based off of hitting. Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ted Williams, or Tony Gwynn.
It's Babe Ruth.
I know what you're going to pick.
It's Babe Ruth.
I think I know what you're going to pick, but
it's Babe Ruth. Especially if you're putting him in today's day and age, I don't know that he would still be the guy that he was. It's just a completely different game, and he's also the oldest of that group. And I don't know that you really in today's day and age can smoke a pack of cigarettes, drink a 12-pack of beer, roll out of bed, and hit what he did. I think the game has gotten too good. Tony Gwynn could flat out hit. Ted Williams could flat out hit. Barry Bonds is Barry Bonds.
Shit.
And I can't. You can't cut Jackie Robinson. I don't care what you're talking about. You can't do that.
Do you know that the majority of the comments said Jackie?
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, we talked about it, Daniel. You have to go back and rewatch. We talked a lot about the.
Yeah, you should have heard what Sam was saying. It was awful, horrible stuff about Grayson County. My goodness.
Okay, we're making things up. Steven noticed that I specifically wore a special hat. Okay, my question to you: I'm changing my plan. What do you have against Milton Bradley?
So, the night was August 16th night. No, I don't remember what day it was. Milton Bradley was supposed to be the guy. I don't remember what year it was, and a lot of my years, especially from when I was in high school and early teenage years, really get mixed together. But Milton Bradley was a big free agent that got hyped up, and the Cubs had a really bad tendency of hyping up their free agents that they would grab. He came into Chicago arrogant, cocky, and just had a really bad attitude. And with one out, he took a baseball and made a lazy like sidearm catch like this, right? He catches it, he takes the baseball, and he throws it into left field where the bleachers were, or right field where the bleachers were. The problem was there was only one out, and there were runners on at second and third base. It allowed 2 runs to score. And so he had to get the baseball back. So he gets the baseball back. But by that time, both runs had already scored. And the Cubs end up just getting absolutely blown out in the game. And you got to understand, though, like he was a decent player at the time. Like he was. Expos? And the Athletics. The Athletics, too. I think we got him from the A's. And so, it was just one of those things where, once again, the Cubs spent a ton of money for a guy who was just an arrogant.
Never played for the Expos. Completely making it up. You got him from the Rangers.
Okay, just the arrogant, cocky jerk. And it was just another one of those things where the Cubs spent a ton of money for a guy who just wasn't good.
It's so funny. It's so funny here. You said a ton of money. And in 2009, this is a ton of money, but it's so hilarious. He signed a 3-year, $30 million deal. Now that's just given out to a minor leaguer, right? Yeah. Did his family's wealth come from the board games? Do we know that?
I don't know. But don't you have any guys from your childhood that you can't stand that played for the Reds? Are there any guys that came to the Reds that you can't stand?
I have some for the Bengals. Brandon Tate for the Bengals. I always hated him. He did play for the Expos. Okay, he did. Okay, I was wrong. I thought so. I'm seeing this.
Like Paul, is there anybody that played for the Braves you just can't stand, that just were supposed to be really good, that either didn't amount to what they were or just were cocky, arrogant, and like that play? If you go to YouTube, you can pull up the play right now. There's certain plays as baseball fans, there's certain plays that just stick. Years later, there's a play from a guy named Brant Brown. Brant Brown was the left fielder for the Cubs. The Cubs were in a wild card chase with the Brewers. The Brewers were still playing at their old, I forget where they used to play before they built their new park. And Brant Brown loses a ball in the lights out in left field. Not in the lights, but he loses the ball in the sun, whatever. And Ron Santos oh, he dropped the ball. You could hear him and just. Ron was a diehard Cubs fan as a broadcaster, and you could hear his emotion as he dropped the ball. It allowed the runs to score. The Brewers end up winning the game and eventually end up winning the division. The Cubs lose 5 out of the last 7, and it was from that. All the Cubs fans were clearly it was the Brant Brown play that cost them the rest of the way and all that stuff. But there's certain plays as baseball fans that just kind of stick with you the rest of the way. It's wild how that works. All right. What is a football rivalry that's not yours, that doesn't have deep historical roots, but you that you really, really love? What is a historical rivalry that is not yours, but you really, really love?
There's a name for you, Corey Patterson.
Oh my goodness!
One
Talk
that's
about not
a Reds one, or not a Bengals or a WKU or a UK one.
Yeah,
which I don't know that I really care about it. I mean, if you're talking about one that I would watch, I mean, it would probably be a historical one. Would be like Alabama Auburn, the Iron Bowl. That's one that I would watch. But as far as one that's not a historical one, I have no idea. Like I have no idea. Grayson County, Edmonson County, the Tobacco Bowl. This year, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because without my teams, I don't care as much. I'm just being honest. I don't know.
It's so hard to ask Sam questions about anything because he doesn't care, or like he either like cares.
Well, do you have an answer to that question
at all?
Do you have an answer to that question?
There's a lot of rivalries that I really really like. There's a lot of rivalries. Michigan versus Ohio State's a fun rivalry.
Okay, but I thought you said it's not a historical one.
No,
I thought you were just okay. That was what I was struggling with.
No,
so Alabama Auburn fits in that. Okay.
No, I thought
you were wanting me to pick like, Florida against South Carolina or something.
That's too hard to come up with.
Okay, that's what I thought you were doing. That's why I was struggling so much.
No.
Trinity St. X is a good one, Daniel. It's a good one. One or two?
Two.
What food opinion do you have that would immediately start an argument?
All Mexican food is just what can we put on a taco shell?
Explain.
Tacos, enchiladas, fajitas, burritos are all basically the same thing, just wrapped in a different way.
Sauce is different.
Yeah, it's still pretty much the same thing.
And you're going to eat every bit of it.
That's not the point. It's still the same thing.
What is the Leroy Clamola Mexican food order then?
Where? Because
not Taco Bell. You're going to the local Mexican joint.
It's still tacos. I'm still getting three. There's usually like a taco combo that they have, and it's usually like I'll usually get like a street taco or like a ground beef taco combo thing. Whatever that is what I usually get.
I love a good chimichanga. You like a chimichanga?
I just like saying it.
It is fun to say. I like a good chimichanga. Or listen, anything that the Mexican restaurant covers in the white cheese sauce, it's gonna be good.
That's true. That's true.
Good. I love the one thing that I love is I love chorizo. You ever had chorizo?
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. There is a Mexican restaurant.
I've heard about the Edmonson County Mexican restaurant, Daniel. I've never actually been to that one. Mi Amigos, I think is what it is. Fajitas over rice. It's the best.
There is a Mexican restaurant in St. Louis, Missouri that has a dessert that comes on a big tray, and it comes like they have a chocolate ball that hangs on a giant stick, and it's filled with like candy and fruit, and it's like a giant pinata, and you got to break it open to get all the treats out, and it is insanely expensive, but it looks really really good. I've been trying to convince Christy to like save like the $30 to get the stupid thing one of these times that we go down there to get it. It's really, the restaurant is called Uncle Julio's. If you are ever in St. Louis, you need to look up Uncle Julio's, and I'm telling you, it is fantastic. It is really really good. Great Mexican restaurant.
Daniel, I did go to Garcia's last summer with a friend, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good food. I like even like bad Mexican food is still like I'm still gonna eat it. it's still going to be good. I'm still going to be happy when I'm done with it. Because, like I said, if you cover it in cheese sauce, they could probably cover a flip-flop in that cheese sauce, and I'm going to eat it. And it's going to taste really good in the process as well. You got your next game?
Yes, I do. All right, let's pull it up.
Oh, Cubs are down 2-1 now.
Of course they are.
Rumfield just hit a 2-run home run.
Didn't you all just lose to the White Sox, Paul?
That was kind of aggressive.
Ma'am. All right. You guys know how this works. Play Name That Price. Okay, we'll give you some food items. All you got to do is tell me, without going over, how much the food items cost. Now, I worked really, really hard to try to get prices at Wrigley Field. I could not do it. I looked all over the place. I could not find Wrigley Field prices. I tried. So we got the next best thing. We got the restaurant next door. It's a place called Murphy's. If you've ever seen the sign that's next door, that has usually the logo, the writing on the sign, that's Murphy's. So we went there to go get some food at Murphy's before the Cubs game, and that's where we're eating today. So all you're gonna do is tell me how much the food costs over there. We're gonna go from there. All right. All right. So here we go. Chicago hot dog, summer ale, and onion rings. That's what we're having for lunch today. Chicago hot dog, summer ale, drought beer, and onion rings. Tell me how much it costs without going over. You still lost to him, Paul. Chicago hot dog. Tell me without going over.
Okay, I put in my guess. I think I'm under. Paul says 27.50. Doug 37. Steven 29.50. I said 24. Because I know that beer, when I bought a beer in Chicago when I was there for my friend Mick's bachelor party, it was $10 for a draft. And I about fell over.
Get down.
Okay, go on.
All right. Well, I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he has done it again.
Steven Smith again?
Steven Smith again. $33. $12 for the hot dog, $13 for the onion rings, and $8 for the beer.
$13 for onion rings?
You spent more for the onion rings than you did for the hot dog, my friend. That's wild. That's wild stuff right there, man.
Yeah, I don't like onion rings that much. Now, as a Chicago fan and stuff, do you put ketchup on a hot dog?
If it's a Chicago dog, I don't.
Okay.
Okay. But if it's a regular hot dog, I absolutely will.
Okay.
Now I will. Would you stop it? Get her down from there, would you? And put a shirt on. My goodness. And the onion rings were the first stuff that comes to the table.
An appetizer?
Yes. My goodness. I can't. I'm dealing with stuff here. Sorry. Yes.
I like. Don't you love it when your brain just completely forgets a simple word like that?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Sorry. Yes. The onion rings were the appetizer, which is why I think
little cylinder meat thing that goes in the bun. You put ketchup and mustard on it.
Thing you put in the. Yeah. But yes, I will not put.
What's this called?
It's a can. You drink it when you're at a sporting event. So no, but yes. Violet. Generally, though, yeah, I won't put ketchup on a Chicago hot dog, but I'll put it on every other hot dog that I have.
Chicago dog's got too much going on for me. Too much going on.
It's wonderful. Wonderful. Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
All right. It's time now for our last and final game. What year is that lineup from? I'm going to show you a lineup. All you got to do is tell me what year.
I do have to say before you advance, your graphic design work is impeccable.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I went way out for this one. I need to do some work on this for next week. I need to make it all fancy for next week. That's my goal. I'm gonna blow your socks off and make it fancy for next week.
Okay, we'll believe when we see it.
All right, Juan Pierre, Ronnie Cedeno, Todd Walker, Michael Barrett, Jock Jones, Ramos Ramirez, John Mabry, Matt Merton, Jerry Hairston, Rich Hill, taking on Scott Podsednik, Tadahito Iguchi, Jim Tomey, Paul Konerko, Jermaine Dye, AJ Brzezinski, Joe Creedy, Juan Uribe, and Brian Anderson. And pitching is Freddie Garcia. Freddie Garcia.
Dick Mountain.
I believe this was Dick Mountain's rookie year.
So 1958. You got a couple of Reds legends on this list. Reds legend Paul Konerko. Reds legend Todd Walker.
There's some good ones down there.
Jerry Hairston was a former Red. Let's say 06.
Okay. All right. Stephen Smith says 02. Paul says 07-ish. Okay. All right. Is that everyone? See if Daniel has a...
Go ahead and throw it in.
All right. It was 06. Saturday, May 20th, 06. White Sox beat the Cubs 7-0. We'll go to the next one here. Adam Frazier, Brian Reynolds, Starling Marte, Josh Bell, Colin Moran, Corey Dickerson, Kevin Newman, Jacob Stallings, and Joe Musgrove, taking on Jesse Winker, Joey Votto, Eugenio Suarez, Yasiel Puig, Scooter Gannett, Nick Senzel. Thank you. Jose Iglesias, Tanner Rourke, and Kyle Farmer.
I am 99% sure on this one, so I'll let everybody else guess because I'm almost positive I'm right. In fact, here I am 99.5% sure you know what year this is, Sam. Did I get it right in the private chat there?
Let me look. You did.
Okay. So I won't put my guess up until the end. Paul guesses 2021. Steven guesses 2009. I know this just because Yasiel Puig played 1 year for the Reds. And Tanner Roark played 1 year for the Reds as well. I think. I don't think he played more than 1 year for the Reds. Daniel, if you're still watching, this is one that you might be able to get as the other resident Reds fan here. Okay. The correct answer on this is 2019.
Okay. And the date was more importantly July 30th of 2019.
Oh, this is the brawl.
Sam, do you know the significance of this date? Yes.
This is the brawl. Yeah.
I picked both of these dates because both of these dates are significant because this is also the same date as the date of the Cubs brawl with the White Sox when Michael Barrett slid into AJ Brzezinski and then punched him in the face. So that's why I picked both of these today. So that was today's theme was famous brawls. So
yeah, because the funny thing is Yasiel Puig had been traded. He got traded, and then the brawl happened. So like the reports started coming out. It wasn't official technically, so he was still on the field, but he was fighting while being traded. Cleveland, I think is where they traded him to Cleveland because they got Trevor Bauer in that deal.
Yep. All right, 2017. Name the team.
Oh, this is easy. I am pretty confident in this.
Yep. Sam got it.
It's the quarterback is what gives it away. Because I think there's only one of them. Yeah, the quarterback is what gives this one away. And I think, yep. Paul gets the Sea Chickens.
Yep, 2017 Seattle Seahawks. Doug Baldwin, Paul Richardson. Yep. Jimmy Graham, Russell Wilson, Thomas Rawls, and Trey Madden.
I don't think that guy's name was Yep.
Reese Adiambo, Luke Jackal, Justin Britt, and Ode Abushi, and Germain Evfedi. Did I at least come close?
6 out of 10.
All right.
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Yeah, Doug Baldwin was awesome. I always loved Doug Baldwin as well. All righty. To close out the show, we will have our NASCAR picks for this one as the Knicks are starting to come back. Down 9 now.
Oh.
Down 9. Maybe they will come back. And while we're doing this, I realized that I did not count up the points from last week. So I'm gonna have to do that really quick. Okay, good. I thought I made the pick that I did, and I'm glad that I did. Your guy, though, Leroy, I believe, broke his wrist, didn't he?
He got a hairline fracture. I tell you, it was a pretty nasty wreck. Because I was in St. Louis, I missed it. I did not get to see it until like a couple days ago. But yeah, really, really freaking nasty hit.
Yeah, for Christopher Bell. I'm looking here to finish this off, and you picked the same guy there. Okay. It's a tough week for everybody except for me last week. I picked Denny Hamlin. That was the right pick. He was the winner with 58 points. Leroy got 11. Paul and Doug both got 12 for picking Tyler Reddick. And Steven, you got 22 for picking Chase Elliott. This week, they head to Pocono, which is the what do they call it? The something triangle?
The tricky triangle.
Tricky
triangle. I always laugh because they label the turns. So they'll have turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And then once they get closer to where turn 4 they'll say, what turn 4? And they'll put a question mark. It's pretty, I don't know. I like it. It's funny.
Who is your pick then for this week?
I'll go with Larson.
Leroy is going to pick Kyle Larson. Okay. Since I can, so Steven is also going to pick Larson. Paul and Doug are both picking Hamlin. I was going to pick Hamlin too, but I don't like having three of us on the same one. So I'll go somewhere different. I got a big enough lead.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna go with one that I haven't picked. Don't know why I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go with Ty Gibbs.
All right, you do you, boo.
Hey. I'm up by 113 points right now. I've got a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to pick Ty Gibbs, and I'm going to celebrate when Ty Gibbs wins probably his first race. Paul is also going to change to Kyle Larson. Okay. So we have 3 on Kyle, because you picked Larson as well, right?
I did.
So we have 3 on Kyle Larson. Doug is on Denny Hamlin, and I'm on Ty Gibbs.
Pocono, Dan. Pocono.
They're at Pocono. So if you'd like to put in your pick, Daniel, you're more than welcome. You've picked one race this year. You picked AJ Allmendinger and got 36 points that week at the Glen. So if you'd like to throw in a pick for Pocono, we're more than welcome. He's going to take Denny Hamlin. That's probably a smart pick. I know he always does really well there for this one. Been a busy show, but I think we got through everything that we were supposed to, right? Oh, Steven's going to switch. And he's going to go to AJ Allmendinger. I like it, Steven. He's going to go back to Allmendinger instead of Larson.
Wild stuff. I will take Brazil.
You're going to take Brazil to win the NASCAR race. Okay. Is that your final answer?
No, it's not.
Leroy gets a big old 0 next week. Hope you enjoy your next week. If you're going to watch the World Cup, enjoy. If not, then don't. I did. So I was kind of jealous. So I spent some time at WKU over the weekend at some summer basketball games. And Hank Plona, who's WKU's men's basketball coach, he was wearing a polo one of the days that had a dunking Big Red on it. And I almost was like, buddy, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get one of those?
Give me.
Please. Like, do I need to talk to Jack Logston, the Grayson kid that's going down there to get me one of them? Because he walked by and he's like, hey, how are you? I'm like, good. Give me that. Need it. Need it. But I did order a hat online that is a golf Big Red. So he's swinging a golf club. It's the new golf hat. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your week.
I will say, have you ever gotten merch at a sporting event and realized that the price was like way more than what you wanted to spend? So I got this hat. I at the race, and like they told me the price. Like I finished going through the checkout, and they were like, "Oh, it's this much," and I was like, I was already there. Like there was no way that I could say no. But it was just one of those things where it was like, that's way more than what I thought it was when I got the hat.
So not a apparel, but Mick and I'd mentioned that we went to the Reds game last weekend against the Braves. And he was like, you finally got the hat you want?
I did.
Good. Is that the one you're wearing?
Yes. Okay. And I can never take it off because it costs way too much money.
$50? $50? How much more?
60.
For a hat?
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mick, we go to the Reds game. He's like, hey, they have this beer that you can only get at the Reds game. We should try it. He's had it, and he's like, it's really good. I'm like, perfect. And he had bought my drinks the night before, so I was like, okay, it's my turn to buy yours. And I got 2 beers. I bought a Rockies hat that would fit Leroy's cat. I bought 2 beers that were just like your normal sized cup. And the lady's like, oh, that'll be $40. I was like, I'm sorry, it'll be how much?
For 2 beers?
For 2 beers.
For $40. 2 beers? 40 for 2 beers?
Yep. And I was like, I'm sorry, it's how much? And at that point, I was like, I should have been the one buying mixed beers at the bar the night before. Because
Paul, did you tell me to turn this on so I can watch my team lose? Is that why you told me to turn this on? If you told me to turn this on,
Rockies at the bases loaded or something.
Tied 2-2. It's tied 2. Well, at least maybe I'm behind because I could very well be behind. It's tied 2-2 with a runner on at first with nobody out.
Yeah, that's what I see on the MLB.com thing here.
Okay.
Let's go Rockies.
I mean, it's over. It's over. Like, I don't. The team's
fire
so
everybody
beat up. Like,
fire everybody.
Well, here's the thing: they've got no farm system. Like, even if we're sellers at the trade deadline, like, what are we getting? I feel like the movie Major League. Like, I'm just sitting in the bleachers, like, suck. Give me another beer. Oh, jeez. I just saw you went out and went foul.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Y'all useless.
We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, everyone.